Hello and welcome to another episode of Lost in Minecraft, and today we will be putting the mine into Minecraft and going a little bit deeper underground. So just quickly catching up with the events of the morning, just having a quick check around, making sure there's no zombies lurking around the area. If you recall, in the last episode we managed to get cornered by a couple of skeletons. Now, cows can be a very useful source for meat. Steak is one of the best foods you can have once it is cooked. And as you could see there, they dropped some leather. Leather can be used for many different items. The best uses for them though are for item frames. We'll come to those in a future episode. Armour, and as you can see here, bundles. Bundles are a fantastic little item. We will go into more depth with those once we can actually craft one. We are still missing some string. String we can normally get from battling spiders. So as we're going underground, we go back to the tunnel that we made previously. This is the deepest area that we could find. So carefully working our way back down through all the little steps that we made. And here we are. This is where the tunnel ended last time. So going to start opening up a little area and we'll work our way a little bit deeper. In Minecraft, different materials and minerals are found at different depths. In this episode we won't go quite deep enough for the really good stuff, but it'll be a good start and you can see you get some ideas, see some tactics for effective mining. As you can see, we are getting quite a bit of copper. We're at a good level for things like copper and coal. So making sure the area stays nice and lit, stop bad guys from spawning. I think this is where we decided it will be a good spot to dig. We're at level 43 down. It's the middle number in your coordinates. Now just making a little tunnel here, 2 by 2 and fairly long. Now we're going to start off with what is referred to as strip mining. It's one of the primary ways that people will mine in Minecraft. You start off making one little tunnel, then you make another little bit further down, another bit further down, etc. You can link them all up, make little networks. As you can see, I'm leaving a 1 block gap between each tunnel. This is actually, I would say, the least efficient way of doing this. I'm not quite sure why I decided 1 block gaps would be best. There are many different theories as to which ones are best. 1 is probably the most inefficient. 2 is a good gap to leave between sections because then you can see down both sides of the tunnel. Online I've seen people suggesting even leaving 3 or 5 blocks to be quite good, because the way that minerals form, you tend to get them in large clumps, so leaving a bit more of a gap you're still likely to find things. As you can see here, we're just digging down a little way. In other worlds I've done tunnels 100-150 blocks long, just to really dig through and see what's out there. We're losing a bit of light, so we shall link up the previous tunnel. There we go. And slap a torch down to get some light, like so. So we shall continue mining down. As you can see, we've got more stone, which comes out as cobblestone, some more diorite, and the sort of pinky stone there is granite. Granite, like the diorite, is more of a decorative stone. I quite like it when you get the polished form, but now we're onto something good. Here we have found iron. Iron is probably the most useful item you can find whilst mining. We've got another block over there. It will need smelting into bars. Check out the materials video if you need a reminder of what you can make with it. But no, that is a very good find. We can upgrade our equipment, we can make buckets, we can make armour. It has opened up a wide variety of possibilities for us. I'm just digging out an extra little area just in case there's some more in the nearby. It does not look like it is, so we will probably move on in a moment. Whilst mining and performing any tasks underground, it is always a good idea to make sure you're keeping everything very well lit. Stops enemies from sneaking up on you, spawning, and you can easily find your way out of lost places. There's some more copper for us. Ooh, now here we have an interesting find. Underground in Minecraft there are tunnels, caves, caverns, all sorts of wondrous places. So here we have the start of a nice little tunnel. See, it's going even deeper than what we were before. There's some more copper. Staying dark, we have to be very careful of bad guys down here. Skeletons, zombies, creepers, endermen, spiders, can be anything down here. Okay, it's still quite a narrow corridor, we can keep going, still looking good, taking it nice and cautiously, keeping the place well lit. Now, ahead there, this is interesting. Here we have a very big, very open cavern. Looks to extend quite far in most directions, looks to go quite a bit deeper. I believe we can see some bad guys going for a walk down there, so what we will do, a quick nosy down here, yep, it just goes that far, light this up, yes, it's all looking good. We've got a cave up here. As I emphasise again, keep everything well lit, nothing is going to be spawning down here. So what we will do is we shall block off the entrance to that cave. We know how to get back down here, so when we are a bit more prepared, a bit better geared, we can have a good look around, see what's down there. As I say, I'm using cobblestone because if we end up coming at it from another direction, it will be easy to spot, as cobblestone does not spawn naturally, except at the places where you get water and lava meeting. So this whole area is nice and secure, nice and well lit. There does not appear to be much worth mining through here just yet. We can come and get that copper at a later time. So we'll just go back and finish off digging a few more tunnels. So just keeping it all safe, making sure we can find what we can get. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on your coordinates when you are mining like this. It can help you work out how far you need to go, how deep you need to go, where your tunnel ends are. And we do not seem to have much else down these tunnels at the moment. As we have found some iron, it may be worth coming back at a later time. Now we're going to head back above ground, but as we do not know if it's day or night, we'll slap down a bed and see if we can sleep. As we can sleep, it is night up above, so we shall quickly get that and head back up to the surface. So here we are, back up top, nice bit of daylight, and we have a sneaky little creeper down there. So we shall deal with him before he can cause any damage. As discussed in the previous episode, running in, getting in a few hits and backing off quickly before he can explode. And there we go. Speaking of creepers exploding, keep your eyes open for a future video. As a spider, he did not drop any string, so we are still going to be bundleless. Hello Mr. Cow, some more leather for us. And here we have a wandering trader. He usually has some llamas with him, but not this time. As you can see, he has a little inventory of what you can trade with him. You can trade 4 emeralds, or you can trade emeralds for other items. This will apply for other villagers later on in the game. Oh, no. Skipping forward a bit again, here we have, oh, we've found some bone, so a skeleton has died here. You can use bone to make bone meal, which will be good for growing crops. We're back into the second tunnel we excavated last time, and we've got some coal, and we're fighting some zombies, and we're getting some more coal, and we are fighting some more zombies, and we are getting some more coal. It's a good little tunnel is that one. We found quite a few good items. So back to base. First thing we're going to do is start smelting ourselves some iron. Once we have it smelted into bars, we can start to craft things with it. And that's just showing you can make the bone into bone meal to help grow crops, trees and other such things. Quick clear out of the inventory. As you can see, we've picked up quite a few little items on our adventure. We do not need all these to be in our pockets. So let's give it a clear out and get this iron cooking. So just sorting out our coal, making sure we've got some we can make some torches with. And just a little skip ahead, so as you can see we're getting iron ingots. Let's open up a wide variety of different items to craft. Lots of armour, weapons. As you can see, we haven't quite got enough to make ourselves some armour yet. But what we can do is make ourselves a shield. This is very useful, particularly when dealing with bad guys such as skeletons, as we saw in the previous episode. So we'll get our last little bit of iron out. Craft a shield. Once you've crafted a shield, what you need to do is put it into the offhand slot there. As you can see, it pops up on the left hand side of the screen, and if you crouch, it brings your shield up in a defensive position. This doesn't stop you using crouch to look over the edge of blocks, and will deflect any incoming attacks from the front of you. Attacks coming from behind or above or to the side will still get you, but it does add a good amount of protection. So we've got some meat cooking, a bit more of a tidy up. As you can see outside, it is night time, so sleep through till morning. Oh, we have some zombies in the area suffering from the and a skeleton suffering from the daylight, so shield up, sneak up on him. Because these arrows are bouncing off our shield. If we get close enough, they bounce back and hit him, causing him damage, and that has finished him off. In the distance, an Enderman. Now, as we are not in a safe space at the moment, if we make eye contact with him, he will come and get us. Open for him. There he is. Hello. He has spotted us. As you can see, he keeps just charging into attack, but because we're only on a 2-block height, he can't get fully under us. But that block there was in fact lower, so he could get in. So as you can see, he hit us for quite a lot of health. He eventually bugged out. Our stone sword was not quite strong enough to do a lot of damage to him, so he wandered off again. So that is it for this episode of Lost in Minecraft. Thank you for watching, and the next episode will be coming soon.